Good morning. Welcome to this slow Sunday edition on the Latchkey Gen Xer channel. Check this out. It is 6:07 a.m. in the morning. (7/28, 2024). So I just got through with the 7 days of Zigzag calorie cycling, the Zigzag diet. Pretty much ate whatever the heck I wanted, just paid attention to the calorie amounts according to what is listed on their either websites or labeled on the back of packaging or whatever. So I just went in easy mode here, and I set out to lose, the normal amount of weight that you would lose in a week, anywhere from 3 to 5 pounds is what I was aiming for, but I done a lot greater than that yesterday on day 6, on the last day, yesterday's morning's weigh. And you gotta understand that was 6 days worth of took 6 days worth of dieting to land on 9.8 pounds. So I was like 2.2 pounds away from 10 pounds of weight lost. So after going through the entire 7th day yesterday, this morning's weigh-in counts for last week's efforts in weight loss, according to the Zigzag diet approach that I had taken. So we're going to do a weigh-in. And the scale I use is just a medical grade scale. It's an older one, but it talks to you, so.
Your weight is 323.2 pounds.
Alright, so we did accomplish the 10 pounds. And as a matter of fact, we got 11 pounds. So, yeah, we're one more pound to the good already, starting into the week. So now, I knew once I started and I undertook the journey of the diet that I wasn't going to be able to stop doing the diet. Once I got started, especially once the momentum started rolling in the right direction, which it has, which it really has. I mean, people have really responded well to it this time around. A lot of words of encouragement, getting some new interaction from subscribers that I've never gotten before. And at the same time, some of the regular people that watch the channel for my food reviews and stuff, kind of, are in the background right now, not saying quite as much, so this coming week, I'm going to continue the diet because, I got a lot of ground to go. My low for the year this year is 316 pounds. So, I'm going to work toward, achieving a new low. Will be my next milestone for the year. Within the next 2 weeks, we are at the end of July. Going into the month of August is going to be very interesting. My biggest goal for this year is to get under the 300-pound mark. I think with getting results like this, I think I can do it before the month of August ends. And it hasn't even begun yet. So basically I had like 34.6 6 pounds is where I think I started at on the very beginning, which was last Sunday, which was a week ago today. But yeah, just I'm just excited about finally getting my head wrapped back around where it needs to be as far as weight loss goes. And me, I'm a different animal when it comes to weight loss. People who have been around my journey, off and on, throughout the past 2 years, can tell you my methods are slightly unconventional compared to most. Now I have dabbled, in this year and taken on other diets, and to be honest with you, going into them, I really never saw myself, going to be ingrained, to be the next carnivore diet, or even though I did dabble in some of those diets for a minute, because I get curious, I like to experiment with everything, and as a 52-year-old man from Generation X, we've already experimented with all this stuff in the past. Trust me. People back in the day used to do Dr. Atkins when they'd hit the phase one. Nobody ever done it right. Nobody ever done it right. This is where the carnivore diet was born. Everybody was doing nothing but meat, and back then nobody even counted the net carbs. I feel like the diet was a little more successful to people who only went by total carbs and just forgot about the net carbs intake, because once you start adding that, it gives you a false perception that you can eat more stuff than that you really shouldn't be eating, on that type of diet or protocol. And so when they added all that into the Atkins diet, they just come up with other forms of or other names, for to take it back in the opposite direction and count total carbs and forget the regular carbs, and they call it stuff like ketovore and all that other crap. But basically, if you stick with old school biblical principles, of don't do gluttony, don't do overindulgence, and that's basically how Zigzag diet is set up. Calories are set up, where you can kind of eat the foods that you really like, you really enjoy. And yeah, I get it, they're not the most healthy, and some people have to eat, or eliminate things from their diet for health reasons and stuff, but that's not 90% of the population. I mean, most people are healthy and can eat whatever they want, and be able to lose weight just by, having a little bit of self-control and practicing a little bit of willpower. That's what it takes, and that's where I have gone astray. And I understand the appeal of some of these diets out there, and that's the thing too. So do some of the people who are major influencers. I always look at their early beginnings. If they've got a channel out there and they tell you they lost weight in a certain way, and they're good at it, but their very first video, they're all fit, coming in, all muscular profiled, or or like the girls, with the bikinis on and stuff like that, and then they say, oh well, I want to be the next social media star. So what do? They find a topic that's going to interest a lot of people, and draw attention to them. They've already got the looks in place, so first thing they do is they tell you, that carnivore diet's a hot topic, or that keto diet's a hot topic, or I like that vegan community. I think I might, consider myself a self-proclaimed vegan, and show my before and after pictures, and and then the next thing you know, they're the next big time influencer. And there's a couple of them out there that I've noticed lately that I've found actually a few channels of people who actually are struggling with weight on these different diets, you know. And some of them have been at it for maybe a year and a half, maybe 2 years now, and the results doesn't show what other people are showing for their results. I mean, they claim they're losing weight, but they're not scaling it like me. Come on there and say I lost 5 pounds, but your eyes tell you different when you look at them. You know, some of them I don't think are being honest, and it's not their fault. I mean, because that's kind of what I was careful about when I named my channel, so I can go in different directions. You know, I don't want to always talk about weight loss all the time. I like food in general, so. But as a Gen Xer, we kind of always dieted like, you know, like this zigzag style. I just didn't know what it was called. We kind of, you know, monitored calories, and I was a 70s kid along with the 80s kids, so I seen the rise of obesity, and I seen it before, you know, before it actually hit as well. Because, you know, in the 70s, you know, we still had that silent and greatest generation around. My grandparents and stuff, they were sticklers about, hey, you eat breakfast, lunch, supper, you don't get the snack. They didn't even keep snacks, some of them. They didn't even keep snacks in their house. You ate when it was time to eat, and if you didn't eat enough, you just didn't get anything else. That's just the way life was back then. And people stayed healthier for it. So that's the kind of the common practice that I've been doing on the Zigzag. I've had days where I've eaten all 3 meals, you know, within my calorie limits on the Zigzag, and I've kept it, you know, at a maximum of 2,500, even though you know I didn't really go and eat that much 2,500 calorie days, but I did get a close, you know, I got a couple of days where I got around 1,800 calories throughout the day. And then there was, you know, a few days that I only got like maybe 1,400 or 1,500. But, yeah, I done decent with it, you know. I can't do it to its fullest extent. Because some of the food I was eating, you know, was really filling. And it stayed with me for a long time. And they say it don't, you know, that's what they say. It don't stay with you that long when you eat a fried chicken sandwich. It's not as, I guess that depends on how you made up, you know, because, like I say, different strokes, all that stuff, you know, for different people. For one thing, we all don't share the same blood type, so what may work for me may not work for you. You know, carbs might be your thing, you know, counting carbs or whatever, you know, but it's not for me. I feel like I am starving to death when I eliminate carbohydrates, and I cannot get enough to eat. About, what was it, a month and a half ago when I went on carnivore for about a few days there, I couldn't stay with it. I was hungry all the time. I would eat, and next thing you know, I'd be hungry. I'd be looking for something else. I remember grabbing a bag of pork rinds. I was like, oh my God, I gotta munch on these pork rinds, you know. So I was eating on them, you know, trying to, you know, sustain myself, you know, and it just don't work for me. I'm not wired that way. I'm just not, I guess. But now I can eat two fried chicken sandwiches at Arby's, you know. I forgot the calorie amounts off the top of my head from a few days ago. That's what I did. I think they were like maybe 500 or 600 calories a piece. I could eat 2 of those, and shoot, man, that just about put me done for the day. So why wasn't it working before is because, you know, I just got into overindulgence, eating, you know, late into the night, going to bed on what I was eating. You know, I've kind of abandoned those practices, especially keeping up or tracking the calories I'm taking in. I find myself, you know, as I go along, you know, it was a little harder in the beginning last week, but as I went along through the week, you know, it got easier and easier. maybe my stomach started experiencing a little bit of shrinkage. But you know, if you can muscle through it, you know, for the first 3 to 4 days, it starts becoming a little more natural to you after a minute there, and you're able to, you know, control that a little easier. At least that was my experience throughout the week. I will talk about it more as we go along through the diet. So now I just got to find a way to make the diet and the food reviews clash together, which is what I will start doing tomorrow. This is just a slow Sunday episode, an update of how things went through the week, the plan going into next week. So what that's going to look like, I don't know yet. You are going to know tomorrow when I post the first video of the continued zigzag slash food review type style video that is going to be coming your way for this next week, and we're going to just see how that goes. But yeah, we're doing good. We're doing real good. Don't want to stop doing that. Don't want to stop doing that now and turn it around. And for those few out there that says, you know, this is a lifestyle change for you, yeah, and I've already been through it. We all go through it, and we all have our slips and stuff. Yeah, once I get there, I do have a plan in place. Once I get to where, you know, I think I need to be, I got a plan in place, and I had it before, and I just let it fall through, and I let it slide through my fingers the last time. I'm not going to do that this time. So what I plan on doing is, you know, when I get there, stay within a 10-pound fluctuation of my weight. You know, just basically where my biggest mistake was I stopped getting on the scale. Once I got happy with where I was with the 80 pounds of weight loss, because I was happy. There's videos when I say I was happy, you know, because I was aiming for 100 pounds of weight loss actually, but I said, you know what, people, I am happy where I'm at. And I was happy where I was. So I just, you know, kind of quit. But my biggest mistake is when I did quit diet, I didn't, you know, continue to monitor that scale is what I should have done. And so like I want to get to a certain weight, and then I want to get 10 pounds under that certain weight. That way I can fluctuate, you know, within that 10 pounds using zigzag calorie cycling to maintain within that 10-pound range. That's my plan for weight loss maintenance once I get there, which will be once I do get there. That will be great video as well, right? This is how I maintain on the zigzag diet. Yeah, but I got to get there first. So this time I won't fail. I got to get, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to have to do all over again. Nah, man, I tell you what, I'm enjoying every minute of it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm enjoying every minute of it. I got a lot to say. I could sit here and talk to you for 2 hours, but I'm not going to do that today. We'll just talk to you on a daily basis as we go along, and I hope you enjoy these slow Sunday episodes. And this is the second one in the installment for my new zigzag calorie weight loss journey. Folks, that is all I have for this one. So until the next one, you folks have a good one.